get your diet in check right now without following any type of diet or anything like that, these 4 tricks will help you to actually make progress. And these 4 tricks, my goal is for you to use them all the time and they become standard rules for you to use. What's up, everyone? It's Anthony from AB Fitness Center. And like I said, these 4 rules, tricks, I want them to stick in your brain to always remember them because they're going to help you forever. Because if you just make these 4 swaps, you're never going to have an issue with weight ever. All right, so I get it. Tracking macros can be very tedious. Figuring out how much portions of everything you need can be annoying. And let's face it, sometimes we just don't want to do it. But you got to have certain rules you need to live by. And these 4 tricks, if you implement them and make them become rules in your life, it's really going to elevate, I was going to say blow up, but that doesn't really work, but it's really going to accelerate your progress. All right, so trick number 1 is replace half of your carbs with steamed vegetables. Steamed vegetables, okay? Not vegetables that your mom makes that are loaded with oil and butter. Steamed. And there's nothing wrong with carbs. I should first and foremost say that. There's nothing wrong with carbs. You should be eating carbs. But if you're not trying to not follow anything and just want to live healthier and make a little bit of progress, just by doing that. So if you usually have a cup of rice at dinner, cut that in half and have vegetables in its place. That will replace a ton of extra calories and give you more calories to have with other things. So I recommend that, but again, it has to be steamed. It can't be vegetables, like I said, that your mom makes that are loaded with oil because that defeats the purpose. Remember, in 1 tablespoon of oil is about 120 calories or 15 grams of fat. So if the vegetables are cooked in oil, 2-3 tablespoons, it's more than another half serving of rice. So that kind of defeats the purpose. So replace half your carbs now with vegetables. And if you do that at every meal, it definitely adds up. So if you normally have, I want to say a bagel, cut that bagel in half and have a side of vegetables with that. Or a salad, whatever, like a garden salad, whatever. But you get the idea. You'll save a ton of calories. So that's 1. Number 2, avoid, this kind of goes hand in hand with number 1. Avoid cooking with oils and butter. This one drives me nuts. It's just extra calories. Like I said, in 1 tablespoon of oil is about 120 calories. If you cook chicken in oil, if you cook it in the pan, put oil in the pan, you're adding all those extra calories to the food. So it defeats the purpose. So you're having a really healthy thing. So let's say like you're having a piece of fish, and that piece of fish should be about 120, 200 calories. If you put 2 tablespoons of oil on that, which is easy to do, it becomes 500 calories. There's no point. There's no point then. Just eat whatever you want. Just eat the fatty burger because it's less. So you need to really pay attention to that. Do not, and again, this trick should become a rule in your life, do not cook with oils and butters. Remember, whenever you go out to eat, and if you get a steak out, they put butter on top of it just to make it look shiny. That's just what they do. So you need to be aware of that. So that's rule number 2, trick number 2, no oil on your food when it comes to cooking. Please, you'll save a ton of calories with that. Number 3, switch any sodas or juices with diet. Okay, now whether you are going to yell at me about the artificial sweeteners or not, bottom line is it's going to be 50 grams of carbs in a can of soda versus 0. So take with that what you must. If you don't believe in artificial sweeteners, that's fine, but then you got to factor those calories in. But if you do that, if you just make that one switch, you're going to save a ton of calories. Most people think, oh, I had a fruit smoothie today, and that fruit smoothie is like 400 calories. You're better off eating the fruit. So that's rule number 3. Make sure that you switch out any regular beverage with its counterpart diet one. And seltzers are okay too. You could switch that too. All right. Number 4. This one always is an easy one. So swap out any fatty meats for its leaner cuts. So chicken or fish. So again, if you usually have steak when you go out, swap it for some fish. It's always going to be leaner cuts of meat or leaner cuts of protein that you can get. If you just make that swap, it's automatically should be always a healthier alternative to it because it's going to be less fat, less calories, which will help you to lose more body fat, which will help you to gain more muscle, which will help you to look better, feel better, be stronger, and so on and so forth. So if you don't want to track macros or figure out portion sizes or things like that, those are 4 simple tricks that you can use. So remember, I don't want you to be watching these videos and do nothing. First and foremost, I want you to click that link in the description below. If you need help, I can definitely help you. And I don't want you to just watch this and do nothing. So let's summarize this really fast. So 1, replace half your carbs with vegetables. Steamed vegetables. Steamed. 2, avoid cooking with oils and butters. 3, switch diet sodas and any juices to its counterpart or diet part. And number 4, swap fatty meats for leaner cuts. 4 simple rules for you right there. Implement these into your life, and I promise great things will happen. I'll catch you guys on the next one.